Yeah, I'm gonna have to throw this out, aren't I? Today on the brown table, something that made me ask, why does this exist? We have a Gummy Lunchable. Now, Lunchables are a lunchbox snack pack. The idea is that you have everything you need in this pack that you would need to build out a lunch for your kid or for you at your work or school or whatever the case may be. And this seems to be a gummy version of that. So the Pepperoni Pizza Kit, this is a gummy version of that. Now look, I'm a child of the 90s. I have eaten plenty of gummy pizza, a gummy burger, gummy cola bottles as far as the eye can see. I love me some candy. But this still makes me feel uncomfortable in a weird way that I cannot really describe. I feel like this should not exist. Let's take a quick look at the back here. So ingredients, things that make it gummy. I'm not going to sit here and read all of that. 6 servings a container. Serving size 1/6 of a tray. Not very descriptive. So like I'm supposed to take 1/6 of each thing in the tray. Bit weird, but we'll figure that out, I guess. Choking warning, it's made by Frankfurt, and the Lunchables trademark is licensed by Kraft, all the fun stuff. So this is a gummy pepperoni pizza kit. Because I'm a man of science, before we continue with the pepperoni pizza kit or the gummy pepperoni pizza kit, I do have a regular pepperoni pizza kit. So as you can see, similar color scheme. Obviously the innards themselves are different, and I thought it would be good to compare. Now, of course, I'm not expecting this to taste like a pepperoni pizza. We can at least see if the various compartments match up. I just feel like the whole point of the gummy pizza or burger of my youth is that they were small. So you eat it, it's a quick snack, you're done. This just seems like a lot of gummy. Like, are you supposed to eat all this in one go? Based on the serving size, no. But it's hard to come away from the idea that that's what's going to happen here. So let's start with the pepperoni pizza itself. We'll put this off to the side, grab a plate. Now let's go ahead and pop this open. Well, before we do anything on the back, just the basic ingredients, serving size, etc. Serving size 1 package, so that's much more reasonable than 1/6 of a package here. All right, so let's take a quick look. All right, so inside we have our pizza base. I guess it was toasted at some point. Not bad, I guess. Let's get these out of the way. You have your sauce packet. You have some mountain of pepperoni here, about, 6 or so, and some cheese, which I'm assuming is either mozzarella or cheddar. Let's take a look inside the gummy version. So interestingly, it does have a sealed for your protection thing over here. We're just going to go ahead and rip this. And let's get this open. All right, so, construction-wise, obviously not exactly the same, but the same basic idea. You have your base, your pepperoni, your cheese, and your, I was going to say sauce, but this is definitely some kind of syrup. All right, let's pop the top here. If I can even get that to work properly. The shrink wrap packaging on this is quite difficult to open. Here we go. I've managed to create a little tear here. Now, I immediately get a very strong strawberry smell. And let's get this completely out of the way. All right, I didn't get it all open, but that's good enough for me. So this is what it looks like compared to the original. Pretty close when it comes to, the ingredients. It is basically 1-to-1. Obviously, the packaging is a little different, but that is not a big deal. Now, I think the best way to do this is I'm going to try one of these first. I have had pizza Lunchables before, so I know roughly what to expect. But in general, your base is going to be kind of cold, or if it's been sitting in your lunchbox for a while, it will be lukewarm at best. You have your sauce, which is usually just a very cheap pizza or marinara type. And you have to evenly spread it out over your collection here. So we're going to try and do that real quick. This did make you king of the playground if you had this in your lunchbox, though, or at least some kinds. You know, playground economics are usually different. I've unintentionally created a very aesthetic pattern there. So good job, me. I'm going to use a pepperoni to spread it. I would probably use a knife or something, but I have forgotten to get one, and I do not want to have to get up again. So we'll just put that on there, get some cheese going. You can see it's definitely lackluster, to say the least. Probably, you know, this is definitely not how I would build or stack a pizza, just to be clear, but this is just for demonstration purposes. I'm going to give it the old pizza fold, and let's take a bite. Very chewy, so need to work through that. It tastes exactly as you'd think. It's like a old cold bread, bog standard tomato sauce that you would find on a pizza. I mean, pepperoni is pepperoni. It's cured. It tastes like pepperoni. And this cheese, I think, is actually a cheddar of some kind. Maybe I would say mozzarella. So let's put that off to the side so you don't stare at my half-eaten thing. And let's take a look at this. So I'm curious. I'm assuming they did not actually make a pepperoni flavored gumdrop here or cheese flavored. That would be not great in my opinion. I'm kind of hoping this is strawberry. Let's take a taste here. It does smell of like a synthetic cherry, so maybe that's what we're dealing with. It almost has like a tutti frutti or fruit cocktailness to it. I wonder, does it say what flavors these are supposed to be? Nope, just a lovely collection of dyes, etc. Okay. So hard to pinpoint when that is. Let's try the cheese. The most bizarre flavor I've tasted in a while. Doesn't really taste like cheese, which is good. I just want to go on the record there. But, I mean, maybe a hint of pineapple? I'm really not sure. Ooh, I have to say, these feel disgusting. The texture, I mean, look at how limp that is. When I touch it, it has a little bit of give that just makes me feel uncomfortable.
And it looks like Gandhi's flip-flop.
And I'm really not looking forward to this. Let's give it a tear here. I mean, imagine trying to eat that. It has pasted itself all over my thumb, as you can see. I'm going to say that's probably pretty, you know, it looks-wise, it's revolting. Let's give it a taste. Really not much differentiation. I mean, if you gave me this while I was blindfolded and this while I was blindfolded, I probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference. So far, this is just confirming my worst fears that this is something that should definitely not exist. All right. Now this sauce syrup amalgamation hybrid, I mean, I'm assuming it's strawberry syrup. I'm going to try and not get this everywhere, although I worry that that will be a futile endeavor. All right, so we're going to try and rip this open. And I'm just going to take a quick sniff here. Again, just a bizarre, sweet smell. No real notes of strawberry or cherry or watermelon or anything that could be this color. Let's take a quick taste. And wow, so very viscous. Okay. So that is a sour strawberry syrup with the weirdest aftertaste I think I can think of. What really puts me off from this piece here is that it's so heavy. It is deceptively heavy. So we're going to build a little bite here. I'm not going to eat all of this. I will immediately go into cardiac arrest. It's just so cloyingly sweet. All right, so let's get a pepperoni on there. Let's get a slice of cheese on there, and you can see that it is sliding all over the fake base here. So let's take a big bite. There's sometimes in your life where you wonder, what are you doing? This is one of those moments. Obviously, it doesn't taste like pizza, which is good. The overwhelming taste I get is strawberry or red, let's say. Certainly don't taste anything from whatever this is supposed to be flavored as. The base is just bizarre and frankly off-putting. It reminds me of like a silicone mold you would put under a table leg so it doesn't scratch your floor. The syrup is probably the best part, but I'm not going to be sucking down a pack of syrup for my lunch. So overall, I'm going to give this a big thumbs down. Do not recommend. Stick with your regular small-sized gummy pizzas, gummy burgers, gummy bears, worms. Anything gummy is probably better than this. Yeah, some things should just not exist. Marketing has gone too far. Very Pac-Man-y or Moonish, so that's something, I guess. I mean, I do think the idea has promise, right? Like, imagine if these were strawberry fruit gushers or just fruit gushers in general. Maybe this had a bit more of a flavor to it. Obviously not a bready flavor, but maybe something lemony or something like that. I mean, these need improvement no matter what. The best part is the sauce, but again, no one is going to be sucking down any sauce anytime soon. So let me know what you think. Would you try these? These were about $5. I got at my local Five Below, which is kind of like a Poundland, that kind of thing. It's essentially slightly more expensive than a dollar store, but not as expensive as a regular store. There were some other interesting gummy curiosities that I saw there. Maybe you'll see them pop up on another video in the future. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Would you get these? I'm going to give this a thumbs down. It's not worth it, even though it was only $5. This is something that should not exist, and you should not be putting this much gummy stuff in your body, especially if it tastes this disgusting. Please like and subscribe. It really does help us out, and thank you for dining with us today at the Brown Table.